How to protect plumbing systems with press fittings and carbon steel from internal and external corrosion. Your OTB press fittings and carbon steel are galvanized externally. The pipes are also galvanized externally, with internal galvanizing available upon request. One of the biggest uses of carbon steel press fittings is in heating systems. The primary condition for systems made in carbon steel is that they must be a closed circuit, in which no air or water can enter. When filling the circuit, make absolutely sure that no air penetrates the inside of the piping. The supply of new oxygen present in the air and water feeds the internal corrosion of the piping. In all carbon steel pipes, there is a thin layer of galvanizing inside. This is primarily added to keep the pipes from rusting during storage and transport. Inside the circuit, even with pipes without internal galvanizing, corrosion does not occur because there is a minimal amount of oxygen. There are additives on the market to be injected in the circuit. These inhibit the formation of internal corrosion. External corrosion is primarily due to condensation. This occurs when outside the pipes there is water from condensation, steam, or dripping directly on the surface of the pipe. Over time, the external galvanizing can no longer resist this corrosive action. A large number of carbon steel systems are intended for heating. During normal operation, condensation does not form due to heat. But, when hot water is not circulating, the pipes are more exposed to condensation and thus corrosion. To keep the condensation from creating damage due to corrosion, it is highly recommended to completely insulate the system with closed-cell material. This operation is not only essential to prevent external corrosion, it is also a thermal insulation against the dispersion of heat or cooling. Remember that not all insulation materials are suitable for press-fitting pipes. We must only use synthetic materials with closed cells. What do we mean by closed-cell insulation material? An insulation material is said to have closed cells when they are completely isolated from each other. Consequently, there can be no type of passage of substances, for example air or water, between them. Open-cell materials, on the other hand, have a porous structure that promotes the passage and accumulation of fluids. Absolutely avoid felt sheaths. Since it is not a closed-cell material, they tend to hold on to humidity, causing often irreparable damage in cooling systems, where the temperature of the pipe is lower than the surrounding area. The risk of having condensation on the outside of the pipe is very high. In these systems, the insulation must absolutely be state-of-the-art. It is indispensable for even the smallest parts of the system to be perfectly insulated. Even the smallest area left uninsulated could cause corrosion to begin. To join two pieces of contiguous insulation, don't just put them close together. They must be sealed with special tape, which is also made with closed-cell materials. Thanks.